Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year, happy holidays, however you want to go about it. Here we are, first race for 2020 with OZNZ Sim Racing. Um, we're racing the Nissan 370Z Nismo. It's a road car, so it is not the incoming texture. You gotta love the camera popping through the textures. It is not the super grippy race car that we normally drive, so behaves more like a boat than a race car. But it is fun, still gets a bit of pace on, and we should be able to have just a little bit of argy-bargy without any major um, incidents. So it's always good to dust out the cobwebs from the previous year with a car like this. And yeah, we're doing 4 rounds, just at random tracks. There's no theme. It is just the 370Z, 4 different tracks. This week we're at Blackwood, and Blackwood is actually I suppose technically it's a fantasy track, but it's actually from another game. It's from Live for Speed, and it's good fun. Simple track, but still deceptively difficult to squeeze the time out of, and even more difficult in this brick wall. Make that listen. Yeah, so it's good fun. I enjoy it. I said hopefully it'll make for a bit of good racing. As we can see, we've got just under 5 minutes left until we do our driver brief. Unfortunately, it will be a long driver brief because we have some new drivers joining us this week, and with them joining us, we need to go over the yellow flag process and all the rest of it. But after we've done driver brief, it'll be a 10-minute race and 10-minute qualifier, and after that, a 35-minute race. No multi-races tonight and no long single race. Just easing back in for the new year. So yeah, I'm going to dump my fuel out and see if I can get a couple of quali laps in before practice is over and see how the car handles. And yeah, I'm going to unmute Discord and see if the other guys are talking about anything, and announce my arrival when I do unmute. I'm back.
Welcome back.
I just realised I left and came back, so this is the default setup.
Oh, bummer.
It's like this thing's driving like shit through the chicane. What's going on?
Oh.
A lot of yellow flags in the first one.
No way to treat a mighty Nismo.
It's a Nismo. Need I say more?
A fully thick Nismo.
It is.
I like the sound of it. That's probably about it. That explains why. Oh, nice.
Does this motor blow up? I've done some pretty bad gear changes.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
You can damage the engine.
So, how long's the race here again?
35.
minutes.
$35. So 50.
Okie dokie. If you're new, don't leave the pits. We do driver brief, and then I'll restart the session for qualify. So, Funky just disappeared. You there, Funks?
Did I?
Yeah. You just slid sideways about a foot, and then your car disappeared.
Okay. Ping's only 72, but yellow.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It might have been him joining. That net code.
Our servers, I'm not seeing you as online in the server.
No.
Right, okay. Driver
Maybe
brief.
Sorry.
Who are we looking for? Funks, I can't see him. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, there he goes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Something happened then. That was maybe Drav joining. Could that have been that?
Oh, you're there now. I can
I'm
see.
in Discord, I'm not in the server yet.
Okay, so, welcome
Oh.
to 2020 racing season.
My ping's 6,400.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Whoa.
That'll do it. Well, some things haven't changed in the new year.
Yeah. Yeah, things aren't going to magically get fixed over the holidays. You think council workers are lazy outside of holiday time. Right, so for people that are joining us for the first time tonight, we run our own safety car procedure for a big enough incident. So generally, if 3 or more drivers are involved in an incident, or if there's an incident that could potentially collect more people, you'll have senior members calling yellow flag. If there are no senior members around on track, you can communicate to us through voice that the incident may be severe enough for a yellow flag, and we can make the decision on the fly. In the case that a yellow flag is called, you will hear tonight myself or Carbo
Hello.
or Funky.
Hello.
Oh, that's it tonight. You'll hear the 3 of us potentially calling for a yellow flag, but like I said, it is something that can be discussed, and a decision can be made. When you hear us call the yellow flag, we will very clearly call yellow, 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 and multiple times to make it clear. So if you catch just one yellow flag in a conversation, no, it's not a yellow flag until we say it repeatedly. In the case of a yellow flag being called, the leader will slow down to the safety car speed. Everyone behind them will stop racing but maintain pace to catch up to the leader and then form up single file. At that point, we will discuss whether people need to be waved through to go to the pits for repairs. And the reason that we do the wave through rather than wait till we pass the pit lane for you to go in for repairs is to try and reduce the number of laps we spend under yellow, because we tend to run quite short races. If you do go in for repairs and you complete your repairs before the pack has come through on the same lap, you just wait at the pit lane exit and then join on to the back of the pack. If the pack has already gone past, then obviously you just get moving and catch back up. Once we get ready for the restart, you'll hear us call that we are ready for green. At that point, we stop swerving to keep our tyres warm, and we stack up and make sure we're ready to go, still single file. And at that point, the leader has control. Now, the leader can go anywhere in the start zone at their discretion. Now, tonight the start zone is going to be from the apex to the last corner. The last corner not being the left-hander, but actually being the right-hander. So for a reference point, as you start into the last corner, going up over the hill towards the start-finish line, there's the concrete pad on the right-hand side, left-hand side, sorry, that opens out from the track line. So basically you've come around the corner, the cones end, and then the concrete will open up. From that point through to the start-finish line is the start zone. The start-finish line is over the top of the hill and back down the other side a little bit. When the leader jumps, people in second and third will call for a go. They will say go, go, go to simulate you having a spotter. And at that point you are foot down and you can overlap, but you cannot pass before the start finish line, and a pass is considered even an inch in front of the car that you were behind. If you do happen to pass before the start finish line, give the position back at the next safe opportunity. Don't try and force it and cause another big pile up, and at that point you just carry on racing and we're all good to go. I think I covered, that's everything covered for yellow flags. You want to tell me if I missed anything, Cubs?
It's been that long, I can't remember.
Seems right. It's okay for the yellows. Yep.
I think you're good to go. Yeah.
Redressing.
Yeah. So if you have an incident on track, and you think there's a chance you're at fault, please redress the incident. If there's an incident on track and you think you've been hard done by, and you do not get redressed, please don't go off in voice chat. Wait till the end of the race, and then via the website there is a Google form that you can fill out, and then we will review it on replay after the race. And yeah, so that's for any incidents. We don't want screaming and hollering on Discord, because that always does nothing but make people angry and antsy. When it comes to incidents, in general, we tend to try and keep chat to a minimum, especially through qualify, but also during the race. If you do have someone around you who says on your left or on your right, etc., it's not a demand for you to get out of the way. It is just to let you know, just an FYI that they are there, so that you don't go turning in thinking that no one's on the side. So it's not get out of the way, it's just, hey, just let you know I'm on your side. Actually, for yellow, safety car speed. I should actually give you the safety car speed for the night. Safety car speed is going to be 80 k's tonight, and that's just because these things are boats, and at 100 we'll probably all go piling off at the chicane. In general, it's just have fun. We do this to have fun, so try and have fun. We are competitive, but we don't take it that seriously. So shit happens if you do get into incidents. Just try and shake it off, redress it if it was your fault, whatever needs to be done. And like we said, if you feel hard done by, don't go screaming and yelling. Just deal with it after the race. I can't think of anything. Oh, actually, sorry, I'll give you your race format. Tonight, race format is a single 35-minute race. You will need more than default fuel. I'm estimating 36 litres to get to the end with a lap in the bank. I just said something else that's gone. Track limits, as was mentioned during practice, but for anyone that wasn't here, basically if it's Tar Seal or AstroTurf, it's free game. So you can we're not too concerned about the white lines at Blackwood. Blackwood's a well laid out enough track that if it's a corner that you shouldn't be cutting, there's grass or sand on the side of it. Yeah.
So no system penalties. It's basically the track will stop you, slow you down if you go too wide.
Yeah, there is that. So if you, well, I don't think this track has any penalties on it anyway, but for an OZNZ official race server, we will turn the cut gas penalties off. So if you cut the track, your lap will be invalidated, but the game will not cut the gas or make sure that you have to cut the gas for 5 seconds before the end of the lap. Because shit happens and sometimes people get awarded penalties just because they tried to avoid an incident. So we turn all that off. But yeah, I don't believe there's any gas cut penalties at Blackwood anyway. You can definitely invalidate your lap with a big enough cut, but on all the areas we were just talking about, you have to be going way wider than the fastest line for that to happen to you anyway. I can't think of anything else. Anyone want to say anything else before we get started?
What's the
Have some
password?
fun.
Sorry?
What's the password?
Speed.
There's another spot gone.
That's alright. We will wait for Drav to get into server and then...
Nah, just go.
He doesn't
Fuck it,
need
do
help.
it.
He doesn't need any help.
Let me know when you're in server, Drav.
Will do.
Yup, Roger Mudge.
Anyone who's joining us for the first time or for the first time in a long time want to ask anything before we kick it off?
No, pretty good.
Sweet
I
as.
just want to point out there's the person on the right hand side of the pits behind the white car. Third person, I think it is.
I'm in.
Is shaking around a little bit, and it has been for the last few minutes.
Hey guys, that was not me doing the session. That was just the game ticking over because we took so long for driver brief. So give me a moment and I will fast forward it through to the right session.
Yeah, I'll take the spot. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm happy here.
Hey, Phils, let's go.
Okay, session jumping. And
good?
session jumping. Unless there's any objections, I'm going to jump it through to quali.
Kick it.
Okay,
Kick
guys.
in, rip it.
Good luck. Here we go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
My pills in your second, what's it called, sub canvas all the way negative. Is that how you want it intended? Or
Yep.
is that just okay? Just noticing the other one is what -2. So it's a much difference. Well, I haven't ran it yet. I just noticed.
On the setting, it's like -3.5 or something, but that actually only equates to fuck all on the settings of the car when you look at it in the right-hand side box.
Ah, okay.
The real things are on the right. It's the numbers on the left.
I think because this thing runs such a heavy caster angle, it fucks with what the camber setting says and what it actually is.
Hey, the P tracker stats window. How do you close that?
Click on the AC icon.
You want to go, Si?
Yeah, so I'm just fixing something up. I'll go now.
Oh, there we go. Awesome.
Good
Cool.
stuff.
Oh, I get it.
I'll push now. Sorry, I was just fixing something up.
What's your ping sitting at, Troy? Oh yeah, that's a bit high. Is that consistent? Because the AC is chronic for having bad ping at the start of a session.
Mine settled down quite quickly for a change. back on green 57.
Yeah, it usually sorts itself out in less than 10 minutes.
Normally mine happens while I'm on the grid, but it comes back before anything happens.
Oh, good, Troy. Jump on during the week if you want. You can have a look at it.
Hey Steve, do you mind if I get by here? Thank you muchly, mate.
Go.
Alright.
You're right, man.
Coast London. Turn your fucking in.
Don't forget to put your fuel back in or load your race setup, whatever you need to do before you hit drive, or you'll be stuffed with not enough fuel.
How many litres are people throwing in? Roughly.
I'm hoping 30's enough.
I've got 37. You'll need more than 30, Funk. I think.
Okay.
I'll go like 42 just to be sure. 43
Nope.
roundabout.
Did nobody listen to Pillars?
No.
Not really.
Nice to know I went to all that effort with a driver brief for no one to fucking listen.
Well, that's the driver brief. I was naive.
Well, when you said the default wasn't enough, I went, oh, it's okay. I'm not using default. I'm using your setup.
You know, default fuel.
Yeah.
Won't let me go back to pits. Wow. Right. Deal with it.
Have you hit drive without enough fuel?
Yeah, she was right.
What?
No, it was just a setup. I got the fuel in. It's all good.
Anyone objecting to me just restarting this session?
Yeah,
for...
just go for it, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Here
go
we
for it.
Right. Make sure you load your correct setup and put the right fuel in this time.
Oh, I'm still in the same spot.
Yeah, for those who weren't listening, it was you showed 36 litres should be enough to go to the end.
Thank you. Luckily, I hadn't hit drive.
Yeah. Or stupid like me and press the wrong button on the menu.
Yeah, it should be enough for 26 laps, and this race should go 24, 25 at a stretch.
Are you going to lap me?
Twice.
Not twice.
It's alright, I think I'm at the back of the grid. I'm the wooden spooner anyway, so.
Looking at the times, there's a gold and a silver class that I can tell. Quite a bit of a gap between gold and silver.
Oh, bronze, don't worry. Oh, Bennett.
So with us being downhill, the guys with the clutches, are we just gonna roll and get penalties?
No.
Alright.
I've already tried that. No.
If you have a clutch, you deserve it.
Sense some hostility there, but okay.
In iRacing, I have a clutch on my button. I have a button clutch.
Ooh, button. Clutch.
You can do the same here.
I only got 2 pedals. I don't like. There isn't another one down there hiding.
Have you tried
30
it?
seconds.
Okay. I mean, shut up.
No.
I'll get a horn.
Lights are up. That was a shocking start.
Fuck, sorry, mate.
Look out, sorry, coming through.
Fuck!
Here's the 2.
Don't know what happened there. I thought I was holding my line. I'm going for repairs.
Yeah, so my car's dead.
Mate, shut up.
It's not stopping then, sorry, Slayer.
Welcome, mate. No, keep going, keep racing.
Oh, I am. It's just the Nissan.
Pills is, his car's not.
Fuck, I'll try to race, fuck.
Jeez, I've been able to pull it up from there a fucking bunch of times. I was practicing that deep brake during practice.
Pit out.
That is not the right line through there.
Steve.
Yeah, mate.
Sorry, mate. The curb punched me out.
Yeah, it's alright, mate. We're good. I think we're going to be battling for a while.
Yeah.
All good.
Sorry, dude.
That's right. You can have a go in front.
Did you stay on?
Yeah, it's all good.
Cool.
There was not much space down that right hand side.
Sorry, man.
Come on, someone put something on the wall. I was waiting for it. No?
Not yet.
Okay.
Still 15 minutes. There's plenty of
Long
time
way
to
to
fuck
go.
it up.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit lonely back here, that's all. Come play.
Oh, well, I messed up that entire section.
Oh, who's trying to kick Carbo again?
Wasn't me this time.
Nah, that was me, sorry. I'm trying to spectate.
Just click on the name.
Yes, kick him.
I was going to say it would have been pillars, wouldn't it?
He's confident tonight.
was trying to get it so I could see full screen, but
Just if you've got the timing window up, click on the timing window icon on the left again, and that'll hide the timing.
nice, cheers.
The old tyres are starting to go off.
Yep.
Thank you, mate.
I just cut fuel. Rad.
Oh, you could have bump draft me. Oh, I was trying so hard not to go 2 laps down. Don't look nasty.
Not too bad.
Oh dear, dear.
Horse racing.
Yes, that was still fun.
I'll tell you what, before everyone runs away, is I'll try and jump on Wednesday night after work and just sit in Discord. So if anyone wants any practice or some help figuring out how to drive these fucking things, just jump on.
Will do.
Sounds good. I got some practicing to do to get my actual internet car legs back.
We were going hammer and tong for quite some time there, Nasty, but once I got past that last time, I left you for dead. What happened?
Oh, I put myself late, braked myself into the hairpin, and then just ended up having to do a little flippy and get back out again. So I messed it all up.
Oh, okay.
Just chasing you into it, and yeah, put myself into the grass, but survived.
How much fuel did you put at the start? Did you run out at the end there?
Yeah, I put 36 in.
I still had a lap in the bank by the time I crossed the line.
Sure. Maybe I didn't click long enough.
I had a bunch left.
Unless maybe unless you were going lower gear through a couple of corners, which kept your revs up and sucked a bit more gas.
Yeah, that's the only. I don't know, there's a couple of corners there probably should have been doing in third. I don't know. I got a bit of playing around to do. It's been ages since I've driven online, so
Yeah.
or with a not real car, so makes it. It's so weird, like the amount of feedback you don't get.
Yeah.
It's just like trying to get back used to okay that actually means that's wheel spin or like locking up rather than being able to feel it.
Turn
it's
in
getting
the
translation
sound
right.
bit. In the sound bit, you can turn just the tyres up.
Oh, can you? Cool.
Yeah. So go in the sound app. I turn the tyres up a lot more than everything else. It gives me the
So you can hear them a bit more.
yeah.
I find for figuring out where your grip point is at the front of the car, turning on that enhanced oversteer effects setting in the force feedback is a really good one to turn on as well.
Cool. I think was it yeah. Yeah, I
Thank you,
need to play.
gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And catch you during the week. Good racing.
Okay, mate. Good on you.
See ya.
Later, mate.
Oh yeah.
See you, mate.
See you guys, time for some dinner.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm gonna try
Cheers,
and
mate.
get back into a bit of racing again, so I'll see you all around.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm hoping I
Hey,
can
man.
see either the front or the back of your car a lot. So
yeah. I was trying to look at it, like, see if I could look at both our times there. I reckon they would have been within half a second of each other for the whole race.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the first couple of things, I said, "Oh, don't worry, we're going to be here for a long time."
Yeah, we got a few to go yet.
That was the intention.
It's just shit when you just make a stupid mistake like that. But consistency only comes with getting used back into it again.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I just like someone to come back to my level and And, so like if I've got someone I can race with, because I can't keep up with the front fellas. So when I can have a dice at the back, it's pretty good fun.
Yeah, mate. Good old mid-pack racing's where it's at.
Yeah, I'm very proud to be a silver.
I'm just gonna deafen Discord for a few minutes and I'll be back.
Have fun, guys.
Thanks for
Alright,
racing, guys.
cheers.
Good night.
See you guys.
See you all later.
Right, that was fun. Those tyres went off a whole lot more than I thought. They still showed green, but the old wear bar was down a bit, and yeah, about the time I caught Carbo, I get the feeling that his were falling off, and that's how I got him. Because in those next couple of laps, mine really fell off. And yeah, that moment, second to last or third to last lap, that was a bit of a shock, getting the foot down through the chicane and having it just step ever so slowly. I'm happy I caught it and carried on, but it was it was pretty rough. I should really, geez, it's 2020. I still haven't gotten to the habit of checking where we're racing next week before I sign off for the night. It's terrible. I never learned my lesson. Where are we going? We're going to Estoril GP. So these are going to be interesting. Estoril. It's a fun track. I really enjoy Estoril. I also really enjoy Blackwood, but Forshy was tough in these cars. But yeah, so next week, Estoril. Really stoked that we're cracking on for 2020. And yeah, cheers for watching. Hopefully it was entertaining, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.